supposed to be hearing? There we go.
Ah! What? I told you, the guy's got range!
Sadly, and most of the time, we have no interest in what's going on with you.
So how's the drive in?
Nobody knows how to drive in the rain.
You don't say.
Yeah. You know, the roads are actually the slickest in the first half hour.
When you want to talk sports, you ask folks who have seen it all up close. So on The Al Travis Show, we go with the guys at the end of the bench. Time to talk all things sports.
Love having the guys at the end of the bench of the program. I'll share this with you guys. I shared it, I think, yesterday on the air, too. So someone wrote me a nice email. I say nice. I'm glad they write. And just said, I should give up listening to you right after the sports. Because anyone often how I had the wrong people on and they're politicians and stuff. And then at the end, oh, but I do love that Mr. Binge guy, too. So they love you guys. So the sports and Mr. Binge and the rest I can get rid of. Couple of things. I love the intro. Thank you, producer guy. Talking about that guy's got range. Dan, the last time we chatted with you, you got yourself in a play because it was a play about the worst actors of all time or something, and they thought of you. And so you're in on that. Yeah. And where is that going on? Have you got more?
That is going on at Family of God Lutheran Church in Brooklyn Park.
Okay.
And that will be the weekends of, the weekend of the 23rd, 24th, 25th of April. So it's the last full weekend of April.
And what's the name of that play? I had never heard of it before. What was the name?
The Play That Goes Wrong. Play That Goes Wrong. Yeah,
and then the people thought of you. I like that, Dan. I don't know what your rep is. I don't know what your rep is in the thespian world, but I'm getting a handle on it. John, I asked you if you'd ever have any info for us. You said possibly on Friday. It's Friday. Do you have any news for us in your neck of the woods?
I do have some news, Al.
All right.
I auditioned for a play, a musical, actually. I don't know if it's a kind of musical that would be in a church like Dan's is.
Rocky Horror Picture Show? What are you in?
Just wait.
I am playing the role of Utica, which is one of the ensemble members in The Full Monty.
Get out. You're allowed to do The Full Monty in America? Really? Oh, look.
Oh, it's been a...
Thank you for your hairy chest. Thank you.
It's been a... it's been a popular musical in the U.S. since...
Theater 55, which Dan has worked with. So that's theater with the British spelling, RE55.org.
Wow.
And it opens April 10th at the Fry Theater in St. Catharines. We'll be performing down there.
Wow. Okay. That's a little more out there than I would ever feel comfortable with. Good for you. Wow. Really, John? And you saw that listed as a chance to go try out. You're like, oh, I got to get me some of that. Really? Wow. Really? See, I don't know. King and I, out there, Fiddler on the Roof, and you're like, no, Full Monty, that's me. Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk more about that as we go. I want to get, wow. A lot of stuff going on, obviously, and we'll bust down the Super Bowl big time when we get to it. But I do want to get your guys' thoughts on the Super Bowl. So, winners and losers, let's do this. Let's pick who you think's going to win. We have, of course, Seattle. That's pretty much stayed solid. Seattle plus 4.5. They think they're going to win by 4.5 over New England. Where do you guys sit on this? I've said it out loud. I want the red guy to do it. I want Ginger to win this bad boy. It'll be more of a smack to our face, but no one likes New England. So I'm going Seattle, 27-20-ish, somewhere in there. Your thoughts, Dan?
I am also going Seattle. I am also, come on, Sam. Come on. You know, he's... Even after one season, he's still one of us. He's still one of us. You know?
Do you believe? Let me ask you this, though. He's gotten the monkey off his back, won 14 games 2 years in a row. He's won 2 playoff games, so now this shouldn't be a thing. But I'm telling you, if this cat fumbles the ball, throws too many interceptions, it will go right back to he can't win the big game, right? This is such a thing on his backside. I just hate it for him. John, your thoughts? You're shaking your head. Do you agree with me on that?
Well, it's a possibility, but I think that team and Sam are just at the top of their game. I don't see it happening. I mean, it's going to make great discussion before the game.
Yeah.
But I think Seattle's going to win rather handily. I think it'll be a close first half, but I think they'll separate in the second half. And I see something like 28-18, 10 points
Okay.
or more, maybe.
Yeah, and
All
I
right,
was
well,
going
then
to say 31-21. So yeah, that's a.
Well, then it won't be all that interesting at the end. I mean, then you don't have to worry about
Well,
it. But
I'm going to watch it to see Sam hoist the trophy. I mean,
that
I
would
rather
make me
he
excited.
hoisted
Yeah.
for us? Absolutely, but I'll be very happy for the man.
My wife, this is the only real football. She'll sit with me for the Vikings game, but she'll watch this game because of the commercial. She'll wait through all the football to get to the commercials. I'm excited about that as well. So because I haven't heard much about any of the commercials, so we'll talk on Monday about how this all comes out. Usually they have here are the 10 commercials. You better rewatch. I haven't heard any of that this year, so
Exactly.
maybe I'm not.
I was thinking that too. Yeah.
Well, the Olympics are kicking in, so there's a lot of chatter about that already.
Yeah, and it's hard to get into the curling right now because we have 2 weeks to ramp up for the end of the curling. I saw some curling stuff okay, go ahead.
But you know what? Our American team beat the defending silver medalists already, Norway.
Yeah, the fact you know that, though, John, just bothers me a little bit, but I'm glad you're in.
I will tell you, my son texted me right away last night as soon as he was watching. He's actually a curling guy. He did some. Yeah, he did
one of the guys
a little bit in high school.
The barbecue show guy that's on this program once in a while. He's a curling guy up there in Mankato. My son and daughter-in-law joined a curling group. I get it, and I will become a curling expert. I will start watching during the day and get all the wording right when they're sweeping and all. I will get there, but 4 years from now, I'll forget it again and have to relearn it. It's just not something I can follow along for any too long. All right, other things. I know there's other things to talk about, but I want to get it from you guys because I know you're baseball guys. But we talked about the Guardians, the Cleveland Guardians, the Class A guy was gotten in trouble for throwing a couple of bad pitches. We talked about that. Well, the other guy was Luis Ortiz. He was connected, and his lawyers came out and said, we don't want to be connected. We're not as bad as Class A. We only did this a couple times. He's suggesting Class A did this in more than 48 ball games in 2 years, which, there's no friends among thieves or whatever. Now they're just going after each other. But Dan, if he did do 48 ball games where he just threw a bad pitch here and there to make his buddies some money, isn't this going to ruin? I mean, baseball's lived through a lot of stuff. Doesn't this ruin this whole fantasy baseball? FanDuel owns the channel and the betting thing because it's too easy to rig baseball. Your thoughts?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't think fantasy baseball has been gone on forever, but the betting, especially the prop bets, what's this next pitch going to be? And there are people who are making and losing millions of dollars on what the next pitch is going to be. That sort of thing, and that's where Class A has been throwing stuff.
I know people get addicted to gambling, so don't take this with a. But are you a fool to do a prop bet what the next pitch is going to be and you put any money down? I mean, you're like flipping a coin, right? I mean, that just seems like such a crazy idea to bet anyway. And now if you know that the pitcher may be on the take, there's no way you're going to put that money down, are you, John?
This should kill it.
I've always sort of, I don't gamble much once in a while just for entertainment, but I remember when I tended bar just a little bit, and the people that would come in and play pull tabs, Al.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And they would put out hundreds of dollars and have a stack of them there.
Oh, yeah.
The torn pieces in a basket just to win $200. And I was always like, what is that attraction? So if you extrapolate that and look at a bigger thing, I see the allure. People start and they can't stop. They're always chasing that win.
I don't disagree with you, but when you're Class A and your buddies are chasing the win, hey, tell us what pitch you're going to throw in the dirt, and they make a couple $100, $200,000, whatever it is. What does that do for him? The guy's making $15 million a year, whatever it is, and somehow he gets 10%. I mean, what is it for him to risk his future? He can go to jail for this.
Well, that's another good question. Part of my theory is that they're treated like such a superstar that they think they can't do wrong even when they do wrong. And you see that in other industries and other professions as well. People get fawned over and told how great they are all the time, that you develop this aura of invincibility. And you think, well, I can do this. Everybody loves me. Nobody's going to care.
Danny, how do I want to put this? Can you get enough money and enough people tell you how great you are, you don't know it's wrong to throw a pitch? The integrity of your entire sport, what you do for a living. Oh, that's okay. For me, it's different.
I would think no. I would think absolutely not. But if you think about it, I mean, now relief pitchers have a little bit less of a shelf life at the elite level, but
No.
so he's not throwing away like hundreds of millions, but he's throwing away at least like probably 50-60 million dollars. That's all. That's all.
And we got to go to break, but the other thing it does is if a guy like Chase, whatever, making that kind of money, he's willing to do this for a couple more bucks, the thrill of it, whatever that does. You tell me some kid in college who didn't get the NIL money because he just wasn't that guy yet, but he can make enough money for, I don't know, paying school off by throwing a pitch here and there because now he's learned how. This isn't good. This is horrible for the entire industry. I don't know. Like maybe get rid of the prop betting. Maybe in America you just can't bet on the stupid stuff. Somebody can do that because other sports would be just as easy. Basketball. Vote the under on me. I'm never going to score that many. Wink, wink. I'm just having an off night. Everybody can do it. I got to go to break. We got lots more to talk about. There's some good stuff going on. Trade deadline for your Wolves. We'll talk about that and more right after this.
When the stakes are high at the Minnesota Capitol, you need more than a lobbyist. You need a partner. At Momentum Advocacy, we bring nearly 90 years of combined experience in government relations, public affairs, and strategic communications. From nonprofits to national corporations, we help organizations navigate Minnesota's political landscape with integrity, insight, and results. Whether you need legislative champions or headlines, Momentum Advocacy delivers. For more, visit momentum-advocacy.com. Momentum Advocacy, your friends at the Capitol.
Think about it. A famous politician once said, "You're entitled to your opinion, but you are not entitled to your own facts." But in a world full of AI and fake news, where can Minnesotans find the facts? Center of the American Experiment is Minnesota's go-to source for fact-based analysis and common sense solutions for taxes, energy, public safety, and our kids' education. Visit AmericanExperiment.org for more information. Think About It is brought to you by Center of the American Experiment, Minnesota's think tank.
The Al Travis Show, the last place you can go and hear all sides. Respectful, thoughtful, and grateful.
And we got the guys at the end of the bench. Lots of conversation, a lot of sports to talk about. Let's just throw the Olympics out there. They started the Winter Olympics. We'll get in depth with them next week, much more. We've got some winning and some losing and some curling and other stuff going on. We'll talk about that. I want to talk because, John, if there's anything he ever watches on the YouTube channel, John will tell you what he wants to talk about, but what hat he's wearing. So we're going to talk a little bit about the University of Minnesota. Men's basketball team took their third win at home on a ranked team last week, and the girls, not to be upstage, took Iowa by 73. What I had it written down, 73 something. Anyway, they took the Iowa team, a number 10th ranked team, away. University of Minnesota had a pretty good week, John.
I don't remember the last week. Both those teams beat ranked teams in the same week.
Yeah.
I got to go look that up because it's been a long time, probably back a couple of decades.
Yeah.
But those guys have been playing so well. They've had a lot of close games. You saw some of those losses just at the last basket. But this was a fine win. And the women, they've been playing well, but even I didn't expect on the road at Iowa. That's a tough place to play.
Yeah, Dan, your thoughts on that?
That's off to them.
And what's funny about it is when you're looking for good things in sports in Minnesota and you don't, what a cool thing going on at the University of Minnesota. There are two teams that at least give the effort every week, and I'll talk about that with the Timberwolves, which drive me nuts. There's two teams, Dan. If you put the money down, go watch them, you'll see a team that wants to win. We don't always have that with our teams. Your thoughts on the
absolutely. Absolutely. No, it's exciting. The area we definitely do get behind these teams if when they are good. I mean, we've seen it. Now we can let them go. We can ignore them pretty easily as well. But when they're playing well, we get a lot of excitement going around these guys. So I'm looking forward to it.
So let's turn it. So my segue for that is the idea that with the Minnesota Timberwolves, which to me have all the talent they need, but yet sometimes they just don't seem to want to show up for, 80 games is too much for us. We don't have to play every game. And that's the feeling again. So we're kind of talking Giannis might be coming. I'll tell you, if he had gotten here, whether that blew this team up or not, I would have been watching. 2 of the top 10 players in all basketball here. It gets me there. They did not make that move. That move didn't happen. They sent Conley away, which made me think they would. Nothing happens. Yeah. Rumor has Conley could come back. Poor Conley. He's got himself a contract. He's not doing crap. They sent him 2 teams later. They let him go, and now he can come back for the veteran minimum. I mean, talk about laying that guy.
Part. Did they release him? Was it the Hawks?
He went to Chicago, and then he went to Charlotte, I think it was. And Charlotte said, let him go. Now he's out, and he can come back here because everybody loves him here at the minimum. It's like, wow, talk about screwing a guy over. Anyway, all that being said, we got rid of Rob Dillingham, some other guy that's not whiffing a cent of on-air time anyway, so I don't mind it. To get some guy I honestly didn't know until I started reading about Dosunmu, okay. If that guy can be a point guard for us, I did read he shoots like 45% from threes. For Dillingham, that's a good move, isn't it, Dan? I mean, we gave him nothing.
4 second-round picks isn't nothing, but that's still it's. But this is definitely we got to win. This is a win now. This season, next season, this is this is our window here right now. So I like it. He's not the sexy Giannis trade, but he is a good solid. Yeah, he is a good solid guard who will produce, and he will play. And he will definitely be. He's a huge upgrade over anyone else they had to go along with Dante. So that's a.
Yeah, so John, your thoughts on it? Because here, let me lead you a little bit. The thing with Dillingham, we traded up to get Dillingham at 8, so we already wasted, quote unquote, our money on him. That being said, I read he might do real well there. He's not sniffing any time here, so he might get an opportunity to do better. Good luck for him. But is this a bad trade? Couple of 2s for next year to make this year look like maybe we got a shot?
I don't think so, because I think they needed something. We've been dancing around this for a couple of weeks, and when you get a guy in, even a guy who some people might say is average, although I don't think so, they're so excited to get on a team that is in the hunt and in the playoffs and playing with a couple of stars. We have at least one, I think 2 all-stars and another one potential. That can bring a much needed shot in the arm to the team. And then it gets infectious and the guys go, hey, this dude really is here and he wants to win hard. Yeah. And maybe that's what they need to push themselves.
I go back to poor Mike. I don't know what he's making.
I know.
$5-10 million a year. 2 trades later, he comes back here and he's making the minimum. Hey, you're going to make $750,000.
He was a solid workhorse for so long.
And it's up to him. He doesn't have to take it and come back. I'm sure he's doing fine, but I feel a bit sorry for him. But at least we got something to talk about next week about your Timberwolves. I got to fly. I'm out of time. Dan and John, and keep in mind, if you like what they're talking about sports, John's going to be completely nude coming up here in a couple of months. You'll really get an in-depth look at what John's all about. We'll talk about that more next week. Thanks, guys. We'll talk Super Bowl when you get back.
See ya.
If it's your